So I feel like sometimes in life, people have formative moments where it's like a light bulb goes off above your head and you're like, now I finally get it. Now I had one of these moments about 5 years and 1 day ago. On May 22nd, 2011, my perspective really changed. Really throughout the whole summer of 2011 is one where I really kind of grew up and learned what's really important. And the thing that caused me to kind of have these revelations was a terrible catastrophe. It was a tornado. F5 tornado, which in the category of tornadoes is the worst one. F1 is down here and F5 is at the top. Came through and destroyed my entire town. But after that tornado came through and destroyed everything, the city that I known and the town that I had known for all my life was totally different. And I never will forget driving around and just looking at the devastation and the damage and just thinking, how is this possible? This looks like a movie set. It was so bad that it looked fake. The damage was fake. How you see stuff like that and you see it on the news, but it doesn't really hit you until you're there in person and you see a car that probably weighs 3,000 pounds just get totally flipped over on its side and you're like, how does wind do that? I remember watching people on the news saying like, I don't even care about my house. I'm just glad that, you know, my wife and my kids are here or my friends are here or we're still all together and I have what's really important. And nowadays I feel like we always get caught up in, do I have the latest iPhone? Do I have the best shoes on? Is my house awesome? What's important is who you are as a person, how you treat other people, the relationships that you have, your loved ones. That is what is important to me after that terrible event. And there were people that weren't so lucky, and I've never mentioned this to you guys, but the reason I actually started on YouTube, one of my main reasons for getting started in 2010, I was really small. I had no camera presence at all, but there was a guy named Will Norton, and Will Norton was one of my friends throughout high school. He was in the grade lower than me. But in high school, he started to do a YouTube channel and he would show me his videos and he'd be like, look, I'm getting views and I'm doing stuff. And I thought it was so cool that he could put himself out there on the internet and actually create a living for himself while he was in high school. And I thought that was so neat. And it kind of got the wheels turning in my head like, hey, maybe YouTube is something that I could do. I like to create videos too. I like to edit videos. I like fitness. Maybe I can combine it all and turn it into my fitness channel. And here I am 6 years later, still doing that. But Will was one of the people that didn't get so lucky on that day. And his story is really sad. He got accepted to film school in LA. He had just graduated in 2011 and was driving back to his home. And the tornado just, you know, it's weird. Sometimes things in life and just bad luck and you just sit there and you're like, how does that happen to a good person? But the tornado was here. And you know, when he was driving, they just happened to get caught in the storm. And he's not here anymore, but I also got to play bowling with him in high school. People didn't know that either. I was on a bowling team with me, another friend, and Will. And I'm so grateful that I got to spend that time with Will while he was still here, because you never know, like someone could be gone tomorrow that's really important in your life and you just have to cherish those relationships. So I always kind of think about that every year at this time just to kind of remind myself, but I wanted to pass it on to you guys since yesterday was the 5-year anniversary. So just realize what is important.
To do that in the first place.
So I have like no food at my apartment. I'm gonna run in and grab some Chipotle. And over the weekend I went to Fitcon. It was a good time. I really didn't film much, honestly. It was hard to film. I was like just enjoying the moment, you know, meeting people. I ran into Christian, Chelsea. I got to meet Russ Swole, very nice guy. And a lot of other cool people, Obese to Beast as well. It was just a good time, you know. And when I go to these things, I went to this one out of my own pocket. I just went because I want to go meet people and meet subscribers. I ran into a lot of you guys as well, so that was cool. But it was a good weekend, and I have no food at my apartment right now, so that's why I'm running to Chipotle. But I'm still cutting.
A miniature golf course.
I don't know what it is. Lately, I've been fascinated. YouTube is a great place. Lots of stuff to do on here. Lately, I've been fascinated with watching videos of like abandoned theme parks. Water slide theme park is the one I'm watching right now. Or just like towns. I don't know why. It's so cool to me. Is that weird? Well, I just got to the gym, and what a surprise, no one is here. So it's basically like I have my own private gym. But I wanted to take a minute to tell you guys why I haven't been vlogging lately. So if you've been watching frequently, you know that I've had a little bit of knee pain. That knee pain has continued on, and I don't like posting just chest workouts or upper body workouts. That's why I haven't really posted any deadlift or squat footage. And honestly, it's been getting me down. When you have an injury and you're trying all that you can to just get around it and work around it and keep moving forward, and it's persistently hurting, it's probably a sign you just need to like take a step back. So my workouts really haven't been that intense lately, but I'm back from Fitcon. I'm kind of like refocused, and I'm hoping that if I do a little more glute activation, that the knee pain will stop. It's an experiment I'm gonna do today. So I'm gonna run you guys through the warm-up that I did really quickly. This was a little bit different than normal, so I started out by just rolling out my glutes, and I used a foam roller to roll out my quads and my adductors, and then I used the hip circle from How Much You Bench, and I did some side steps. And something else that I'm really starting to work on is my ankle mobility, and I'll touch more on this in a little bit, but I really feel like this is one of the reasons why I'm so beat up, because you think about it, your ankles are the foundation of your squat, and if one of them is a little less flexible, it's gonna cause you to go out of line and get all sorts of messed up. So I've really been working on my ankle mobility. I did one stretch with the green band that I have where I basically just put it around my foot and push my ankle forward. So I have a resistance pushing it backwards while I'm pushing it forward myself, and that really stretches out my ankle. But as for the workout, these were probably the best squats, the best feeling squats in quite some time. I would say 2 months. And I'm just gonna be honest, guys, lifting in the gym has not been fun lately. I feel like all my lifts are down, but the squats, they started out great. They started out feeling the best that I had in quite some time. So it was really encouraging. And now I'm gonna talk about the problem that I've been having with my squat. So I've gotten massages. I've spent so much time researching. I will do tons of mobility, foam rolling, soft tissue work. I even went to a chiropractor not too long ago to try to get this issue fixed. Now watch when I squat, my hips will kind of move laterally. And what I mean by laterally is they'll kind of move from side to side, and you can really see it on the back angle. So I really don't know what the problem is, but I do know the whole right side of my body from the ground up is less mobile than my left. My right hip, it just pops every time I walk. My right knee hurts, and I broke my ankle once playing soccer, and ever since then it just doesn't have the same level of dorsiflexion or pulling my foot back as my left side. So if one has more flexibility than the other, it kind of leads me to favor my right side, stick my right leg out more, which makes sense why I kind of squat like this. And then I moved on to leg press, and I also wore the hip circle here to kind of get the cue to push my legs out a little bit more. And even on this, in the view from behind, you can really see that my right leg just doesn't want to track the same as my left leg. So I really have no idea what it is. And then I just finished off with a few sets of some glute ham raises, which is something that I'm adding in for my hamstrings. And this absolutely kills your hamstrings. So that's my new go-to exercise for hamstrings. You guys will see that coming up here more and more on the channel. I'm really gonna try to get better at that because it is a great exercise, and that is it for the workout. It's so, but I'm back doing legs. I'm back with the squatting video, so that's good. So here's an easy way to get in veggies. I've been doing this lately. You just take a can of soup and you throw in whatever veggies you want, and then it cooks up and tastes great. Add some seasoning, and it is that easy. So this is gonna be part of the post-workout meal. Raptors just hit a really nice and one. I'm watching the playoffs game. 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, 92-91 right now. Who knows what will happen, but I've got dinner right here on deck. Check out this bowl right here. The dessert right here, so it's 2 servings of Arctic Zero ice cream, and then I've got 1 Lenny and Larry double chocolate cookie crumbled on there with 100 grams of banana. It makes a great dessert. And over here I have the tomato-based soup with the Beyond Beef and all of the vegetables that I already made. I've got to watch this game. I probably want to see Toronto, and then in the other series, Oklahoma City Thunder, because I'm from Oklahoma and I do like the team. Game just ended, Raptors won. I like seeing good playoff games. That was a good one. We've got 2 good series going on right now, so that's great. Also, Ape Athletics today, which is yesterday, did a restock, so if you guys ever want anything, you can use Kory, and if you do that at checkout, you save some money, and if you do that, you're also like my best friend, so I really appreciate it. And before I wrap this up, I'm gonna give you guys a quick little physique shot right now. I am at 218.8 pounds. Surprisingly, I didn't gain weight at Fitcon over the weekend, so that's what I'm looking like right now. And I'm off to bed in just a little bit, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next video.